you guys? Welcome to another episode of Glitter and Garbage into the Spellingverse. Daniel and I just wanted to hop on here. We have been recording a little bit ahead. So the episode we're recording today will not be coming out for about a month or so. But we did want to just get on here and talk a little bit about the fires because we were very much in it. We both are evacuees.
We are. Yeah, we are.
I mean, you were full red zone evacuee.
The fire was on my boyfriend's block.
Yeah.
Not just his street. So he lives at the base of Runyon, and it just went up.
Yeah.
And so we were in and out real fast.
Yeah, and it got close enough to Mitch and Blair and I that we decided to preemptively leave for a little bit. We were able to go back that night, thankfully. But yeah, it's scary.
Seeing the hills in West Hollywood that close to the buildings and stuff was very ominous and scary because it was fast.
It was so fast.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I was telling my friends like in the valley, that in Glendale, closer to kind of these more the bigger fires, Palisades and Eaton, I was like, oh, if you guys need somewhere to go, we're good over here.
Yes.
And then suddenly my friend who lives across the street sent me a thing. She caught it right away. She was monitoring it, and it was like a little flame went up in Runyon, and she was like, not good. And then within minutes,
it was
we were packing.
Yes.
And I hit you up, and you were like, we're evacuating. And I was like, okay, well, if they're getting evacuated, let's leave now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It was really thrilling. My boyfriend had the more visceral experience of like, I'm packing because my home is going to burn, which it didn't. He's safe. And then we went to my place in East Hollywood where I was like, I'm packing, but I have time to choose. And it was like, do we need this lip gloss or this lip gloss?
That's okay. You guys, please, we are not making light of this, but we are comedians and we were in this. So
legit.
So please give us some grace for being able to make a couple of jokes.
Yeah.
I mean, I was packing up because I was like, this could be.
This is it.
This could be it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like a little stoned too. I was,
no.
That's how confident I was that
Passport, weed. That was the list. Yeah.
I had so much weed. I had edibles and vapes in my front pocket.
Yes.
And then it was like passport, Blair, flat iron for my bangs.
Oh my God.
Not going to be looking.
No.
My bangs are not going to look a mess.
No, the last thing that's going to be windswept is you.
Exactly. So, and that was it. And then I was like, I just grabbed whatever Skims I could get.
It was nice. There is a moment, I will say this, because I have a lot of art and things I've made and musical instruments, all this bullshit. And it was like one of those things where I was like, I don't even know where to begin.
That's how I felt. But because Mitch and I had this kind of urgent, like because things could change so fast. They did.
Yes.
Yeah.
We ran up to his building to see, I mean, it's a block away. The bluff is exploding. And so we went down, he's packing, and I went up a few minutes later just to check. And it was so much bigger in just 2 minutes. I was like, okay, this is real.
Yeah.
Let's go. But the one thing that's fascinating is because it changed like that. I just like you, I was offering friends in like Covina and Pasadena. I was like, if you need a place, I have my apartment. And then immediately it just switched. Those people were literally checking in on me.
Yes, exactly.
Which I think is the not least surprising, but I am enamored and like inspired by everyone's generosity, sense of community, because literally we're all going through this.
Yes.
I have not lost my house. I have friends that have lost their fucking house, like burned to the ground.
Yeah.
And if this happened to me, I don't know how I would recover financially, emotionally. Like, it would wipe me out.
It's very devastating. And, I think a lot of people, there's been a lot of stuff like, oh, they're celebrities, they're rich. Most people in LA are not rich.
If you
like that.
think Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt are rich, you got another thing coming. Like, if you think this is not hard for them, it is. Like,
and even if people are rich, it's devastating to lose your home and all your belongings.
All of that.
Like, it just is. Yeah, I grabbed like my dad's vintage Dodgers jacket. I grabbed some photographs.
That's a good one.
And some like cards my mom had written to me.
So and that's the other thing.
Yeah.
I noticed, because I'm not a hoarder, but I save all that bullshit, right? Like cards from grandparents, things that dead people gave me.
Yeah.
And when given the opportunity to choose what I needed to survive, I left all that shit behind.
Oh, you did?
I have a set of dominoes that were my grandparents.
Yeah.
They used to be white, now they're yellow,
Yeah.
right? Mainly because people smoked cigarettes while they played
Yeah,
dominoes.
yeah.
And that was the one thing I brought.
Yeah.
Which I don't even fucking play dominoes, y'all. That's not my game.
It is interesting to see what your priorities end up being. Also, I had the added task of I was leaving to go to San Antonio.
You had a gig.
So I had to like pack for my gig.
Show
and
clothes.
Pack to also like perhaps leave my home forever.
Forever, yeah.
So yeah, it was really intense, but we went to our friends in Larchmont, which is southeast of where the Runyon fire was. So we were able to, luckily, we had the news on. People were all masked up, but then some of the women, I just want to give a shout out to the makeup artists for the people on camera. I mean, they had beautiful smoky eyes and lashes.
Yeah,
and
like the news reporters, everybody. Yeah.
Yes. So
they look good.
they looked good.
Yeah, I think it's because I talked to my parents. They're in Texas, and hearing the things that they thought or that they've heard about the fire, and I think it's hard for me to comprehend the vastness of the damage.
Yeah.
I used to drive down the one in Sunset Boulevard when I first moved here 8 years ago. And in pandemic, I've done that route so many times for someone who doesn't live in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I'm sad that it's gone.
Yeah, me too.
Like, that was a beautiful part of the city. All of those things are sad. I think that there's a lot of people are trying to politicize what's going on right now, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
But I do think that LA response, firefighter response, and the community response has been nothing short of inspiring.
I agree. I mean, the donations, the places accepting donations, they're all full because so many people have come out to try and help. A lot of the dog rescues and animal rescues are full on fosters. Keep checking if you're in California. They're going to be continuing to need this help for weeks, months, maybe even years to come. So,
and one thing I don't think, because we're in Burbank where we're recording this right now, and we were here last week when the fires were breaking out. We could see the smoke from the Palisades from the parking lot here last week. Yeah. And the number one thing, and I know this is someone from Texas where we grew up with storms and tornadoes and these kind of winds also. Yeah. Is that, and I'm a man of a certain lifestyle. I have so many capes, cloaks,
of course,
flowy dresses, and what a mistake on a 90-mile-an-hour day to not wear something flowy. That would make me look like a witch dancing in the wind.
Yes.
You know. And the number one thing when the Santa Ana winds blow through, prep your bag. And put on a cape.
Put on a cape.
Because shit is gonna get flowy, y'all.
So true.
I
so true.
so regret not making.
That could have been. Yep.
Imagine.
I know. Now I really am. Right? I mean, my hair alone, I was like.
Oh, that's the thing. Yes, you would have looked like a Beyonce concert.
Yes, exactly.
You were giving.
I was giving.
But I'm glad you're okay.
I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah.
And speaking of giving, if you guys, a lot of people have like reached out and DM'd me, who are not in California, to see where you can donate. Email glitterandgarbagepod@gmail.com if you'd like some resources. I know a lot of great places, some of the smaller places that aren't really being maybe shared as much online. So shoot me an email if you want to help. Also, thank you guys so much. Many of you DM'd me that the Walsh residence was spared.
Honestly, I love that people DM'd you, but that also just made the local news.
Yeah, look at this. You guys, this is a real photograph. Like the house, and this was a lot of houses in Altadena and Palisades had this, where one house completely demolished, house next to it totally fine. So this is we're very obviously very upsetting for the people next door. But a lot of people were saying, Shannon and Luke were watching over which, gave me all the feels.
And again, to speak to the celebrity element of the tragedy, it's like I do know some famous people whose houses are gone and things like that. And I think people laughed. I sort of laughed at like Paris Hilton being like, our Malibu home is gone. I'm like, bitch, you own hotels.
Yeah, exactly.
But for the record, she did go to the Pasadena Animal Shelter and was out there trying to help
on
with
the
those
ground,
people.
volunteering,
volunteering, petting animals.
Yep. And unfortunately, speaking of Malibu, moon shadows. The date spot recommendation from Andrea was not spared. So
no, and on a personal note, equally devastating. Yeah. But that was one of my first thoughts. Was when I screamed when I saw that Moon Shadows was gone.
Yeah.
I went no, like a scared old woman. And then the next thought was like, I have to text Justine.
Yeah.
Well, like, I have to let you know.
I saw that, and then I saw that at 1 a.m, and I was I had to stop myself from texting you at 1 a.m.
That's right. Yeah. Because then I immediately texted, because it was like 9:01 when you texted me, and I remember being like, I also was on pins and needles, being like, it's too early. I can't. No, it's too early. It's too early. This is a serious situation.
But like our favorite places
gone.
Yeah. Now you did see, before we get to the episode, you did see, you and Mitch both saw a live interview with a man from Altadena who said that there was a house that burned down that was his friend's that had been used as a location in 90210.
Correct.
You said
he was this guy, this lady was interviewing him. He was very despondent. Like, he was kind of in and out, obviously, because he's a victim of a fire and he's trying to help all of his neighbors. And he was like, I tried to save this house over here because my neighbors, and it was on that show 90210. And then he kept talking. And I remember like, no.
That's the story.
We need that information. I was like,
the story.
I was trying to like email, like, to see if I could find the Twitter of the news reporter who was on the field and be like, ask him.
Yes.
But it was a brown house. It seemed like it had side paneling that kind of went like this.
Was it 2 stories or
it
one?
It looked like 1 story.
I mean, that sounds like Dylan's house.
Honestly, it had that vibe.
So,
but it was just, they just panned and came right back. You didn't see it.
If anyone happened to have been watching this interview or knows or has done research, I did a light Google, could not find anything. Everything is just taking me to how the Walsh residence was saved. But I love Dylan's house.
Yeah.
So that would be devastating.
We can find out. We'll find out.
If anyone knows, let us know. But we did just want to hop on and address the fires. That episode last week was pre-planned to come out like as all the craziness. We were evacuated, and Mitch goes, the episode just came out. so I hope everyone listened. But yeah, that was obviously pre-scheduled to come out. So we wanted to just hop on and give you guys an update. We're good. If anyone wants to help, again, email glitterandgarbagepod@gmail.com. I'm going to be doing some shopping and some runs to some of the local spots, taking donations still. So if anyone would like to help, email and we'll get you some resources. And with that said,
that's great.
Let's get into the episode. I believe this one is the sleepover episode.
It's the no. It's
the one we're going into from this. Yes. So you guys enjoy the sleepover episode. It's so confusing. We've recorded so many episodes, you guys. It's hard to know what's what. So we're gonna leave you and send you now to the sleepover episode, and we're gonna go to the future and record the one that we're actually doing today.
But we love ice cream and popcorn ready.
Yes, get your ice cream and popcorn ready, and we'll see you guys soon. You guys, welcome to another episode of Glitter and Garbage into the Spellingverse. I'm Justine Marino.
I'm enamored.
Daniel Webb and special guest Blair is in studio. You guys, she's being blocked by the mic stand, but here she is in her adorable Kirkland signature sweatshirt. This is not a sponsorship. This is just a wardrobe choice from her.
But it looks great.
It looks great. She looks great in it. She's gotten a lot of compliments.
Look at that face.
She got it for Christmas. Look at that face.
She smiles.
She does smile. She's so cute. Lammy smiles too, though.
He's a big smiler.
He loves to smile.
He was smiling all day today.
I love dog smiles. And you know what else I love? Episode 13 entitled Slumber Party. We appropriately decided to wear pajamas.
These are actually what I sleep in, though.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I sleep. Well, it's also earthquake ready.
Oh, yes. So you can be like looking fresh, but also getting to
rubble ready. I am always rubble ready. You never know when you're going to be on the news.
It's true. I always get nervous because I have glasses and I cannot see without my glasses. And I'm like, what if there was an earthquake and I just had to leave without
Now
sight?
I'm nervous because I just need glasses and I'm in that kind of denial. So now I'm like, oh shit, what if I am in denial about my vision and now there's an earthquake?
And suddenly your vision's more impacted because of the stress.
Yeah, I mean, my sense is that it would be dark anyway, so I would just be like this, trying to find my way out.
I would just be like, Mitch.
Yeah, well, that's where, Blair
comes in. Blair comes in.
We'll lead you to safety.
She'd lead me right to the treats. That's angel. Safety for her.
No, but I love your slumber party outfit.
Thank you.
We match.
We do match. We're like complementary colors.
I hated slumber parties because it was the time when my male friends would see me at my most feminine.
Really?
Well, because then my nightwear was always something like
was it like anything
live,
like
you know? You know what I mean?
Wait, the nightwear on this episode?
Oh, killer.
So killer. This is such a fun episode.
I loved it.
as soon as I texted you the second I put it on, I was like, all caps, we have a Slumber Party episode on our hands.
I knew that was a live report.
It was a live. I love, as if you're not going to watch it in 12 hours.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
like
yes.
giving you the play-by-play.
But
I have to resist because I get so excited. To
No,
text
that's
you
my
things.
favorite though. That's my favorite.
Good.
I love a teaser.
I love a teaser. And there is so much to unpack in this episode.
This is a great one. And it is the 13th episode, which I meant to check the original broadcast because that I wonder if it was their like Halloween episode.
Oh, interesting.
I'll look it up while we...
It's hard to know because October was 1 week and then we went to November and then we were back in October. You know.
Yeah.
We never know what time it is. Time is...
Well, Beverly Hills is timeless.
It is timeless. It is. Well, what I love about this episode is we start out like out the gate. Brandon's wearing a vest, obviously.
Oh, swinging.
We come out swinging
Out the gate. That was my first note.
I love. It's like this like brown vest over a t-shirt.
It was sort of it was almost like holographic. I couldn't tell. Or what's that suede?
It was
reflective?
suede. It looked suede. Yeah.
No diss. Very handsome.
No, very nice suede.
This was the episode I thought Brandon's face has really settled. And I don't mean that in like a surgical way, but he looks like the Jason Priestley on all the magazine covers.
Yes. This is where he's really settling into his hunkiness.
Oh, it's January 31st. All right.
1991, which is crazy
Well,
because
it seems spooky to me.
have we had a Christmas episode yet?
No, I think the first one is the one on the bus later, that season 3 one.
Oh.
Other than that, maybe season 2.
Well, I know there are like a couple episodes where I think Brenda brings an unhoused person home for Christmas dinner. There are definitely a few. I love we just like skated by the holidays in this.
I wonder if they filmed them all, not even wondering or knowing if the show would be picked up. Because 13? They probably ordered 12.
Well, the first season is 22.
Oh, okay.
Unless they did an extended, maybe they ordered 10 and then extended it.
Lots of shows avoided. The ones who leaned into it were like the primetime sitcoms, like the Roseannes and the Home Improvement.
Right.
Which is not a good show, but always had a killer Halloween episode.
It did have a good Halloween episode.
So that might have been that kind of niche. I feel like other shows, for this reason, for rerun reasons.
Well, also, Friends had the best Thanksgiving episodes, in my opinion.
You know, I'm not the hugest fan of that show, but I agree. They always like mounted up for that one.
Yeah,
that was
Thanksgivings were always my favorite.
What's the one with the stain? That's not a Thanksgiving episode. Where Phoebe has to cover the stain on her dress with that big buffoony thing.
Oh, yeah. I don't know that that's a Thanksgiving
holiday
one.
Okay, anyway,
it could be another holiday.
But yeah, this one's not a holiday either.
No, it's not, but it is for me because it's so fun. But the first line out of Brandon's mouth, you're having a slumber party, and everyone is giving Brenda shit about this slumber party.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you, in middle school again? Didn't give those up in junior high. I had slumber parties in high school. Did you?
No.
Oh.
There was one time I tricked my parents into letting me stay at Johnny Martinez's house.
Johnny, I love Johnny.
I know, he's always around.
He's
but
always with us.
It was me and Joe, but the whole trick was he was having a mixed party because Johnny's parents were out of town.
Oh, like boy-girl party?
Right, and it wasn't just this innocent sleepover. Yeah, we had drugs and alcohol.
Oh, interesting. So
Yeah.
I would stay out for that kind of thing, but also my friends and I always stayed at each other's houses on the weekends.
That's a girl thing.
Yeah, I do. That's why I don't think it's weird that they're doing this. It's like, it's bizarre to me that everyone's like, slumber party.
I think because then it was I had slumber parties as an elementary school kid.
Yeah.
And it was usually birthday related.
Yeah.
I felt like, I don't know, because it was also my friends were always like guys.
Right.
So I think I probably had one chance before I outgayed myself and I was never invited back. So maybe that's why I never had. I was too busy asking everybody if they wanted to lip sync to I'm Every Woman by Whitney Houston. And they wanted to watch or play football.
That's hilarious. Did you ever do the thing where you'd like watch Cinemax and like stay up late, the adult stuff, and try and like?
No, I did that with my friends.
Yeah.
But not in any kind of sleepover capacity.
Oh, see, I remember we were at a friend's birthday party. She had a hotel slumber party for her birthday. And we watched Boogie Nights. We ordered it.
What?
Yes, and this was like 7th grade, and it was the first time we had ever seen a dick. Way to set ourselves up for disappointment.
On a boat, no less. I've seen, okay, so we did that. It was prom night. I was a junior, and my friend's mom or my friend used his mom's credit card to put the hotel room on it, right?
Okay.
We rented the Pam and Tommy Lee porn.
The sex tape?
Yes.
Oh.
We clicked yes to Mrs. whatever her name was and watched it. But long story short, it's a long video, and the sex part is this much, and the rest of it is just them talking.
Oh,
and
really?
Chilling out. So we were like teenagers. So we changed the channel and thought we'd just go back when they're having sex. Well, if you change the channel, that resets the order. So you have to order it again, and it starts from the beginning, which we ordered again, and this time just never changed the channel. So we paid twice on his mom's credit card. Anyway, we were assholes about it.
Oh my God.
That's the only hotel party I ever went to.
That's so crazy. Yeah, we just like, I think it was just like a fun thing. Like, oh, get us a hotel, you know?
My sister would have friends sleep over, and I would kind of like blur into that. That was fun. We would make prank phone calls.
I remember that. I remember being with a friend, like with my friends, and their brothers would come hang out with us too. And that was fun.
Your only child. Yeah. So it was good. Yeah, my sister had friends sleep over, and her birthdays were usually that kind of a slumber party thing.
Yeah.
So one time they tried to like freeze my underwear, that whole stuff, and like, read my diary.
Oh my God, not reading the diary.
There's a lock on it. Don't worry.
Well, luckily no diaries are being read, but we are getting tea in this episode.
So much tea.
There is so much to unpack here. Also, I love even Andrea's going to the slumber party.
Which is, Brenda's so inconsistent with her. Like, she throws her a bone, she hates her. She invites her to the house, and she can't believe she's in her house. Like, she's very inconsistent.
She is inconsistent, but I love Brenda's like, I just want us to all get together and talk and bond. It's like a feminist movement for Brenda, this slumber party.
It's what's that movie with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman where they're witches and they're
Practical Magic.
Yeah, it's fucking Practical Magic, and they're listening to Marvin Gaye's Got to Give It Up.
It totally is, especially because they do a little witchcraft at the party.
Oh, and of course, well, we'll get to that.
We will get to that.
Guess who brings the craft?
Which, that was so bizarre to me.
Not to me.
Really? Okay, well, okay. I can't wait to get to that. So first of all, Kelly is not here for the slumber party. No. She is like, there aren't going to be any boys there, which it's like, clearly we've established Kelly, all of her self-worth comes from getting attention from men.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like
that's why she got the NJ.
Yeah, she did. NJ, the nose job. God, there's so much good stuff in this episode. But she also is supposed to hang out with this girl, Amanda, who
never heard of her before.
Never heard of.
Never heard of Amanda. Amanda who?
Kelly. Is her last name Pacer? I think it's Pacer.
Oh yeah, I saw it in the whatever I think it's Pracer.
Oh, Pracer.
Like Prey.
Oh, okay. Amanda Pracer. And we have never heard about her, but Kelly has very important plans with her, and she is a senior.
Yeah, that's why she goes, you haven't met her. She's a senior.
Exactly.
Because that already is like, it's out of Brenda's stratosphere.
Yes, totally. But she's like, can I bring her? And she's like, make sure it doesn't seem like a sleepover. Like,
which, mistake number one, have you ever, listen, I go to see Tori Amos concerts alone because I know no one wants to be there. And the last thing I'm going to do is invite someone with me and have them sit there and loathe every single second of it, right?
Yes.
Which is basically what Kelly has done to Miss Pracer.
Yes, exactly.
She's invited Amanda. Is that her name?
Amanda.
Yeah, she's fucking invited Amanda to a Tori Amos concert that she does not want to be at.
She wants no part of this Tori Amos.
Woman sharing
No, she
convention.
Doesn't. She doesn't want to bond.
No.
She wants to get the tea on everyone else.
She's also 32.
She is 32. Also, this girl was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
So was the other, in the B story.
Yeah.
That girl is in like everything.
The blonde?
Yes.
She's also a comedian.
I know.
I've met her.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay, so
she was a playmate and a comedian.
Yes. Because in the 90s, it was scandalous that on Growing Pains, what's his face, who was Jesus is still fucking Kirk Cameron.
Oh yeah,
who I don't have one nice thing to say about. She was on the show, and I think she dated him, or was rumored to be, but it was
scandalous,
taboo.
He's so religious,
to say the least.
Well, what's crazy also about her and those girls in the B story is that they look like Brenda and Kelly. Can we pull up a picture of them?
Do.
And their names are Trina and Shelley. Like, was this planned?
Like, it's weirdo universe, alternate universe.
It is weird. I feel like
Brandon's horny for the Trina.
The Brenda one.
The Brenda one.
Which is so funny. But we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yes.
Okay, so we're at school. Everyone's talking about the slumber party.
Everybody really is talking about it.
And even Steve is like, I hear you're having a slumber party. And then Brenda says, Brenda says, it's a shame you can't make it. Cheap thrills is about all I've heard you're getting these days. And everyone's like, oh, damn. Sick burn, Brenda.
In the hallway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Donna says, oh, shit. She left you in the dust.
She just says, left you in the dust.
Yes.
Which
love
is her
it.
only line.
It's her only line. Well, and then she's so boring. She doesn't have anything
She
to say.
they couldn't even give her a problem. Like, they don't give her a chance.
They're like,
man.
we're still not sure.
We're non-committal.
Yeah, we're not going to commit to her. She'll just say a funny
Don't give
line.
her a plot. Don't give her a problem because that could give her a plot line, character background, motivation. We don't want to inform this character at all.
It's so funny. So then Brenda and Donna show up Kelly and Donna show up at Brenda's. And I love Kelly's like, wow, this is so down home. Like a slumber party is just like
Lasers.
The sticks.
Yeah, what is she expecting?
What does she think?
She's been there before.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't. But they bring stuff. What do they bring? Like pillows,
They bring like
and
sleeping bags,
pajamas. Okay,
and they're
yeah.
like, "We'll go change into our pajamas."
Which is okay. So honestly, that is what I thought. Like a slumber party always was
Yeah.
like immediate pajama wear.
Yeah.
And it's like that stuff, not dinner.
Yeah.
And a normal night, and then we just sleep at the same place. I thought it was this.
Oh.
Like pillows and all that.
It was. I guess that's a little more elementary school, but still, it like wasn't weird to me to like be hanging out with all my girlfriends on a Friday night at home, and then we all sleep over.
Yeah.
Like that was normal.
Well, everybody hates it.
Everyone hates it. I always fell asleep first, and then I talked to my sleep. Always.
What?
And then I would wake up at 8 a.m. before everyone else and just stare at my best friend's, the like top bunk.
Wondering what secrets you told.
Exactly.
In the night.
What did I tell in the middle of the night?
You unveiled.
I still sleep talk. Mitch
I do
has.
too.
Yeah, you do?
I do. And I'm reluctant to tell my boyfriend. I'll tell all of y'all, but I'm reluctant to tell my boyfriend, if you just ask me questions in my sleep, I'll just answer.
Really?
Because my sister used to do it when we were kids.
Like truthful answers?
I'm in a different state. I'm in a hologram universe. But if you ask me questions, I talk back. Which
Wow.
I'm terrified of. Just for my social security.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, someone just asked for your social security
and I'll
number.
just fucking blurt it out. I'll blare it out.
So the girls are at so meanwhile, Brandon and Steve are going to a club called Floodlights.
Great name.
Great name, great font. It's like this neon green, really skinny cursive. Steve's trying to pay off the bouncer. He is not taking the $60 he's adamantly offering him.
Which, they both look like.
Yes.
They just look it.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they come back to the car and Steve's like, man, it sucks being underage. I feel like the writers are like, let's remind everyone why they're not getting into this club because they look like they should be getting in.
They dress and act and drive cars like they're fucking full adults.
Exactly. And also this is where we meet Trina and Shelly. We see them for the first time. They go in and they look like Kelly and Brenda, a brunette and a blonde. She has the exact same haircut.
They're
Kelly.
the A team.
Yes.
They really are.
Yes.
It's like I hate to diss our heroes, but if they were like on streaming,
yeah,
that's who they would be cast. I feel like the look,
totally,
it's more Hollywood.
It is. They both just look like a little more scandalous.
When I looked up her everything, IMDb, McCullough, what's her first name?
Oh, Julie McCullough.
She has this bang that it's always a side sweep and it sticks to the roundness of her head, and I'm obsessed with it.
I love it.
It's very who's the teenage Jetson?
I don't know.
Not Judy is the wife.
No, I don't.
Judy Jetson. Anyway, it's very that.
Oh,
to me.
I love cemented.
Just cartoon.
Yes, I love a cartoon haircut.
I was obsessed. And also her Playboy spread. Not that I know all of it, but
Did you look
she was
at
so
it?
Well, no, not like all of it, but I just remember
should've.
seeing it.
You do?
And she's so beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
Serving face.
And I saw her. I worked with her probably 10 years ago, maybe at the John Lovett's Comedy Club.
Obsessed.
Not to brag.
I'm obsessed.
But she still looked great. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so crazy. You got to work with her.
Isn't that crazy?
Is she funny?
She was. I think she was cute and funny.
I
and
don't
fun.
remember anything. Or I haven't looked it up. Okay, sorry.
Okay. So we go back to the girls. Oh, daughter Judy. Oh, I guess that's what her name was. Daughter Judy.
Oh, daughter Judy in the theme song.
Got it.
Did you recognize The Judy McCullough or whatever.
Julie
McCullough from.
No, I didn't realize until I had Ian on and we talked about that episode and he goes, she does comedy. And I go, oh my God, I've worked with her before.
Me in the 90s, just everything. I was like, ding, 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 ding. She was pervasive. Like her face was on television and you just saw her.
She was a guest on like every show.
And it was just funny. I was like, oh my God, I forgot about this.
Yeah.
She made me wonder if I maybe wasn't gay.
Oh, really? Interesting.
She's so like juicy.
She is very pretty, I will say.
But she's like, I made straight A's kind of pretty.
Yes, she is. She looks very cute and innocent.
Yeah.
Which is why when the turn happens in this episode.
Boys. Anyway, they're at the club.
So they're at the club. They can't get in. They're stuck. Meanwhile, at the slumber party, the girls are dancing to Money Money. You know.
That was not the music.
Wasn't. What was the...
I almost taped it. It was some indescript. It was like, I'm the one.
Oh, interesting.
How many takes do you think they did for that scene?
I don't know, but I need to know more about where Cindy learned how to dance.
Oh, she lets loose when they finally let her loose.
They invite Cindy to dance, and it's like she's been holding it in for 13 episodes. Like, she just lets it go.
Cindy has never been freer.
Cindy is so free. She's like, finally, I don't have to cook anything or be in the kitchen. They let me out of the kitchen.
Aprons are off. The rice cooker's going to do its thing. Cindy is in the living room. But okay, there's the Roger Rabbit, right? Mm-hmm. Which is this kind of forward with your arm?
Yeah, the Roger Rabbit is a little bit like the Running Man, but it goes more backwards.
Is Donna doing the Running Man or the Roger Rabbit?
It looks like a mix. It looked like they were all doing these 90s moves, but Cindy is doing this like really dorky, like
she goes from no I can't to like this.
To the worst dancing I've ever seen.
It is really bad. It's so bad.
Oh, yes! This is when they're rocking out. And this,
see, look, there's Donna.
There's Donna, and there's Andrea in her Amish nightie.
She just got off of her work at the museum.
I just screenshot this because it's like everyone else is wearing like a t-shirt, a button-up, like shorts, socks.
Oh, go ahead.
She just has this fucking night dress on. It's so insane.
This is an excellent freeze frame just because the expression on both of their faces is, I can't believe I have to do this for the 17th take. You know, like how many times did they make them dance? It's a long scene.
It is a long scene.
It's like a minute and 20 seconds of dancing.
No, they're like, hey, we got money. We're going to really milk it.
It was not that. It was like a harder guitar
Interesting
thing. I'll try to find it.
That's so funny. No,
I did tape something from the next episode.
Okay, yeah.
Because I couldn't resist it. But
oh, I'm so excited.
If you haven't watched this episode, it's worth it just for this dancing because they're all going hard. They're stomping.
Yes. They have been to the David Silver School of Stomp Dancing.
They have bitten the flavor of the Silver.
They have.
Which who also
David's
is
not in this at all, is he?
Yes,
yes, he is. I forgot.
He is lurking.
I forgot. Yeah, he's a lurker.
In the hallways, he's heard about the party.
Oh, yes, I forgot.
And he turns to soon-to-be-dead Scott and says, that's where we're going to be. Because if there's one thing they're going to do, it's lurk.
Yes.
And document.
You know what? It's so funny. They're so good at lurking, I forget they're in the episode.
They just blend right in.
I literally forgot.
That's the only scene, though, is that one in the beginning and then them in the bushes.
One. Yeah.
Not
okay.
to spoil it.
So then Amanda comes in and sees the dancing, and she is not having it.
I mean, if I was Amanda, I would have run screaming.
I would have been like, bye, I'm going to the frat party.
My number one question is, why didn't she leave then?
I don't know.
That wasn't enough?
You know, I think something in Amanda, like, A, gets off on making people squirm and belittling people.
Yes.
And B, I think she needed the connection that she eventually finds in this episode.
She wanted to be there, but she didn't want to act like she wanted to be there.
Exactly. Her ego is in her way of making a true human connection.
Meanwhile, Andrea is desperate to be there.
Andrea is like, cannot believe that she's there.
She is so full of judgment, and also so I feel for her. I really do. I have no hatred for Andrea in this episode, but I do question her motives all the time.
I also have a note about Andrea as we get into Skeletons in the Closet, which they play in a little bit.
So good.
But before that, we get to, first of all, I also thought it was weird. Kelly, when Amanda gets there, Amanda's like shitting all over the slumber party. And Kelly, who was also very against the slumber party, is now defending it.
So pro.
She's like, what? It's fun. You don't have to stay. It's
Yes.
like, when did your mind change about this?
In the dancing. Hello.
It's true.
Did you not see? Cindy hypnotized her into submission with those moves, with those Carol Potter moves. She'd never seen it.
So true. No one's seen those moves.
Well, honestly, every time when in the beginning when Brenda's like, it's gonna be women talking and sharing, I was picturing like some sort of pagan tribal ceremony.
Yeah.
And this dancing is really like the core of it.
It is.
It's like if you do drugs, right, as a group, you have to really begin the journey.
Yes.
And center.
Yes.
All of that. So that's, I think, what they're echoing.
I totally agree.
Age-old traditions.
Age-old traditions that they are doing. Amanda is not on board, though.
No.
She's... What's that?
Were you ever told to, like, brought into a group against your will, like a friends group like that?
I don't think so.
I had to go to church choir once, and I hated it. That's what I was thinking, because I was in church choir. I was like, I refuse to smile.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'd say, like, some of the acting classes that I've been in, I didn't really relate to a lot of the people.
Not in James's, though. We're going to get there.
We're going to get into James's class. Actors can be, certain actors can be very annoying. Sorry. I say that as an actor who's probably annoying.
Here. Listen, everyone has a craft.
Yes, exactly. But I just remember before I started comedy and got in and started doing Groundlings, which is where I really felt like I fit in. I was like, these are my people. I was in all these very serious acting classes and I was like, God, everyone needs to fucking loosen
chill
up.
out.
Yeah, exactly. They were all very taking everything very seriously. They're all probably more successful than I am now. But okay, so Amanda's also not joining in on the girls are chowing down. They've got ice cream.
My favorite scene.
Popcorn. I know.
I almost brought popcorn and ice cream.
Oh my God, because that's Donna's favorite.
Donna is my hero.
Here she is.
Look at that. That's not the face of shame.
No, she is. She's like, have you ever put popcorn in ice cream? And everyone's like, ew, that's gross. And she's like, I know it's gross, but it's weird and I like it.
Sounds like Donna has a problem.
It does. Sounds like that's the dark thing she has.
She should have admitted that. Yeah. She had a fucking emotional cave-in when her friends hated on her for a closet habit. I am going to try that immediately tonight, though. I honestly
was like, that makes sense because do you ever put candy into your popcorn at the movies?
Yes. I do Sour Patch Kids in the popcorn.
Same.
Or like a gummy cola.
Yeah, that's good. And also, I don't eat chocolate anymore, but M&Ms in popcorn, like that's like sweet and salty.
But like I would do like French fries in the milkshake.
Frosty?
Yeah, so that's similar.
Yeah, I don't think it's that weird.
No, I will report back.
Okay, great. Let me know. That's your assignment.
I thought it would be too much.
Too messy.
Yeah.
That's your assignment though.
Okay,
You'll
yes.
try it and
I will report back.
Yes, report back with Daniel live reporting on
that's
popcorn
like
and ice cream.
That's a stoner recipe if I ever heard one.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Like Donna's outing herself.
Oh my God, what did I did something weird. I was having this garden vegetable soup and I love olives and I put a bunch of green olives in it.
Oh no. Hi. You were high.
I was high, but I loved it. I was like, this is delicious. And Mitch tasted it. He was like, this is not good. I love stoner recipes.
I'm learning that all of my stoner recipes are that.
Yeah.
I tried to make, anyway, yes.
No, what's your number one stoner recipe?
My stoner recipe is I was trying to make, it's like you make pizza, but instead of cheese, you use bananas.
Wait, what?
It's a long story. I'll post the rest. Okay, so it's like you saute the spinach, like the banana with garlic.
But but is there red sauce on it?
Yes.
Interesting.
And spinach and like stuff, but like for the sweetness instead of cheese.
Okay, I'll give you that because people eat pineapple on pizza a lot.
Yeah, but the banana you saute it with garlic, and so it kind of gets smeary.
Okay.
And so that and then you bake it.
Okay. Interesting.
I was high, y'all.
I wasn't high. I was just on a raging binge. I ate a peanut butter and Frito sandwich.
Oh, I'm on board.
Dipped in maple syrup.
I'm on board.
It was so good.
Oh, I am not against that at all.
It was so good. It was so good.
I love a chip sandwich.
Oh yeah, I love chip.
Have we talked about this?
No, but I love chip sandwich.
So hardcore is like a Frito barbecue flavor, white bread mayonnaise.
Ooh.
Holy shit. Vegan mayonnaise.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
That
Vegan
shit's so
mayonnaise
good.
is
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Oh, take me to town on a chip sandwich.
Well, and speaking of going to town, the girls are
Going to town.
feasting
It's
on
really
this.
beautiful.
It is beautiful. They're just letting loose, and Amanda doesn't want to join in, and Kelly's like, "Man, we can never do this in front of the guys. Pig out."
I know. Well, and
everyone has an eating disorder now.
that's the thing. It's like they really are. Did you see that 90s Doritos bag?
Yes.
That classic
Oh,
font.
so good.
Yeah, it really took me back.
And I love all the old school cans and stuff too.
Everything. But then, what's her face? Amanda's just like this. This is her whole scene.
She's just pissed.
Well, she's mad at the food.
She's mad at the food. We later find out why. But I love they're all chowing down, and Brenda's like, "Amanda, do you eat on dates?" And she's like, "No, but I always order something really expensive. So
Why?
the guy knows I'm worth it."
And they all take note of that.
Yeah, they do. They're like, "Ooh, we'll have to try that."
They're all really impressed by that. As if Brenda hasn't already duped a 20-something-year-old man into a relationship through fancy restaurants, through the use of fancy restaurants. Brenda knows exactly how to fucking clock that.
But also, it's crazy to me that, like,
I'm surprised she hasn't met Amanda sooner.
I know they should really team up and hit the
At
blue
the
iguana.
green- Yeah,
together.
that's what I thought.
But what's crazy to me is like how they're all like, "Oh, we can't eat in front of boys." It's like diet culture back then was insane.
Or just the risk of looking unappealing.
Yes.
Well, what did she say? There was a line. She knew it was over when Steve started pigging out around
Oh no,
her.
when she started picking out around Steve, she knew she wasn't into him anymore.
Yeah,
because she let her
it
guard
loose.
down.
To me, I feel like it's not love unless I can pig out around
Yeah, me
you,
too. That's how
right?
you know. I think they're really confused about what love is.
Well, Beverly Hills is upside down.
It is upside down, and okay.
Donna's slumber fashion is it though.
Oh, Donna's fashion is
that
always
cuff,
it.
that like
So
embroidered cuff thing.
No,
that
she
matched
looks
her.
great.
Hmm.
Also, I'm like, is Brenda walking around with no pants? I couldn't tell if she was wearing shorts or not.
That is one of my favorite looks though. Just big t-shirt.
Oh, I love it. But I'm like, is she walking around no shorts, just like in front of her dad and brother?
Also, well, okay, this was one of the things I envied a lot, but this was one where I envied that look. But
Yeah.
Brenda, when she's mad and she talks about herself, she's like, me, this action, like this hand to chest.
Yeah.
And I started mimicking that after this episode. She does it at the end where she's like this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I started doing that.
Oh, we're picking up all their mannerisms.
There are slow things I remember adopting because I liked the show. That was one of them.
Oh,
I
that's
can't believe
so
you do that to me.
funny.
Mhm.
Oh, I remember I heard them use the word insinuating on Dawson's Creek. Joey had a line that was like, "Dawson, what are you insinuating?" And I said it to my friend Jesse. I was like, "Jesse, what are you insinuating?" And he was just like, "I'm insinuating." Like he was like, "Why is she using this big word? We're in 6th grade."
Oh
or
my
whatever.
God, you were
It was
insinuating
so
everybody
funny.
that day.
I was. It was so funny how we try and mimic these characters.
I remember wanting that. It had an emotional weight to it.
No, it did.
Yeah,
She's
that.
good. Okay, so then we go back to the club where the boys aren't getting in, but Trina and Shelly are coming over to say hi, and they love Steve's car. They're
Yes.
like, "Please take me for a ride." Trina especially is so horny for Steve.
She's wild
She's so horny for the car.
for the car.
And then they all get in a 2-seater.
Yes.
4 of them in a 2-seater.
Illegal.
Illegal. And they're just like cuddled up. They're not. They're like.
It's not on a lap. It's like a bench seat.
It is like a bench seat.
Yeah.
They're all. I'm like, where is the stick? The stick shift is up someone's ass. Right
yeah,
now.
exactly. Well, Trina, that's what she was excited about. Yes. I didn't. Steve is dumb, right?
Yeah.
But he never listens to his friend Brandon.
Yeah.
Who is like the impish one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what? That wasn't the word. The sprite.
The Sprite.
But first of all, I love Trina's earrings.
Oh, Trina's earrings.
They're
are
like
so
masterpieces.
good. No, they are.
What were they?
Wait, Trina, is that
Wait, who's the brunette?
brunette? Is Shelly?
Oh, I love Shelly.
Shelly's earrings. I love
Okay.
Shelly's whole look.
Yeah.
I would wear that tonight.
Yes,
to the Laugh Factory.
those earrings are crazy.
Yeah.
Are you at the Laugh Factory tonight?
I
Oh,
am.
y'all look for Justin. Bieber.
Watch out.
I saw your name on the sign. I tried to clock a picture, but
Oh,
it changed.
thank
Yeah,
you.
we pass it all the time.
Oh, I appreciate that.
No, we'll get you next time.
Thank you.
No, I love her earrings.
No, the earrings are so good.
Those earrings alone would have gotten into my car.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. But also, I love that, like, again, what we already said, Brandon makes out with Trina, who looks just like Brenda.
His sister.
Yeah, exactly.
That tracks.
So it works out like Steve is with the person who looks like his ex Kelly, and Brandon is making out with
But
his
like the
sister.
way hotter version of Kelly.
Yes,
So I
yes.
understand Steve is like an old dog where he's like,
Oh,
like that's his level of horniness.
Yes, he is. He's just like textbook dude.
Sorry, sometimes when I'm at slumber parties, my head gets cold.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. No, that's okay. We're at a slumber party right now. so
Sorry, it's late.
I love
and
this
in the
slumber
night,
party.
my head gets cold.
I love our slumber party. Okay, so they're driving, and then they're like, "Oh, should we go to your place?" And Steve's like, "Let's go to your place. Our place is being earthquake proofed, and we have to stay out all night." So then Trina suggests going to an abandoned elementary school parking lot.
Which is where most drug deals go down. So
Totally.
I would say yes.
But also, I'm glad it was abandoned because at first I was like, are they going to get arrested? First of all, Steve and Brandon, what is with the kids on this show trying to get adults arrested for hooking up with minors?
There are all kinds of red flags. From the minute they, like, all of this activity is red flag, red flag.
Yeah.
How come they aren't? Oh, they were in the club because it was dead in there, right? But two girls like that, hello. The life comes to them.
Exactly.
So, but I forget the cloudiness, the haze of being a horny teenager.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, you do say going into the dark woods.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever.
Steve does not give a shit. He's like, yeah, let's go to the abandoned elementary school parking lot.
But I did not appreciate what we later learn in the juxtaposition of this story versus every story that is told at the slumber party, right? Who are the predators in this, right?
Interesting.
Yeah. I thought that was really messed up because I know it was a scam from the jump. You can't scam a gay man.
No, of course.
Well, straight women can't. Gay men can scam me all day.
Oh, I'm so scammable. I'm very scammy.
Are you?
I had some scams last year. Like when I went to Beyonce, I got scammed for a bunch of cell phone.
What?
Like I was in Vegas and got scammed at a kiosk for cell phone covers.
Wait, what?
And then almost got scammed when I was getting my Titanic tattoo.
Oh, well, that you did, but you were doing your due.
I was doing, but in Vegas, this guy was like, "You want a free cell phone, free privacy screen?" And I was like, "I do need a new one. I'll just grab it and let him hear let him tell me the spiel, and then I'll leave." And he sold me this. He's like, "Oh, you're going to Beyonce. You need this battery charged case." And I was like, "That does sound like it would be helpful tonight." He gives it to me. I get back, doesn't give it to me. I buy it.
Yes.
Spend like $80. He acts like he's giving me this huge deal. I spent like over $100. I get back to the hotel. It does not work.
Oh my God.
Literally just doesn't work. And then I look at the reviews of the kiosk and it's all like, this place is a scam, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how they're still in business.
Are you serious?
Yes.
They had reviews?
They had reviews on Yelp.
Oh no.
Yes. So, but anyway,
Don't go anywhere near the floodlights.
I'm like an elderly, like I'm
yeah.
being scammed.
The pigeon, what was it they used to call it? The pigeon routine or something.
Yes. I don't know that, but yes.
It was where you go up to an old person. You're like, help, if you give me $50 now, I'll give you $100. I need it. I need to cash a check, but they won't take it. So you give me 50, I'll give you 100.
Oh.
Or the pigeon drop.
Interesting. Yeah, that would have. Yeah, I'm a lot better about scams.
You've been scammed.
Yeah, I've been
I feel
scammed.
bad.
Actually, that was 2 years ago. It's 2023. So I was not scammed in 2024. Thank God.
Well, blessed be.
Watch out though. It's early 2025.
Yeah, don't go anywhere near the floodlights.
I know exactly.
Trina and Shelly are waiting for someone like
Trina
you.
and Shelly. I love their outfits. Even Trina's outfit is cute.
Oh, they're hot.
They're hot.
Yeah, the stockings.
The
Did you see
stockings
those?
with the clip. Yeah.
Do you remember the TV show Silk Stockings?
I do.
You might be a little too young.
I
for
didn't
it.
watch it, but I remember.
Okay, yeah, it was the intro looked a lot like that.
Ooh.
It was
Ooh, I
good.
love that.
Yeah, it reminded me. She was probably on an episode.
Yeah. I'm sure she was on everything. Okay, so they're going to the abandoned elementary school. Then we go
Yes.
back and check in, and they're not having. Oh, Donna suggests renting Pretty Woman, which she's seen 300 times, and then she says, "I want to walk down Hollywood Boulevard like a hooker just so I can meet Richard Gere."
I want to be a hooker on Hollywood Boulevard just so I can meet Richard Gere.
Like, queen.
No truer words were ever spoken.
But also I was like, Kelly's like, you've seen it 300 times. I'm like, that's me. I'm Donna. I've seen Honora 6 times in the movie theater. Like, I am so Donna.
Oh my God. But there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
Nothing
It's
wrong
cool.
with Donna. She is my favorite person because the minute it was like I was cooking when I was watching this episode, and the minute she said, I just want to be a hooker, I stopped everything and turned everything. I was like, I knew whatever came next was going to be great.
It's so good.
Without giving too much away, I live off of Hollywood Boulevard and I'm very close to needing to be a hooker. And I was like, so I am also Donna.
Yeah. We're all Donna. Everyone's a little Donna.
She really gave herself away in this episode.
I loved it. I just love that she's watched it 300 times.
Yet another reveal that made me love her more.
I know. You know what? In the teeny tiny information they're giving us about her, we are learning so much.
She is a gummy eating, like she's a self-medicating popcorn ice cream combining hooker.
She is.
What's not to love?
I love her. And with the fashion sense, like, of the gods.
Really look it up. The collar matches the cuff. I'm really into her.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's Beverly Hills.
But then Kelly's such a bitch. Kelly's like, well, one problem, Donna, you're no Julia Roberts. And it's like, Kelly, can you not be a bitch?
Mean.
It's so mean.
Really mean.
Kelly is so inconsistent this whole episode. She's like nice and defending Brenda in the sleepover, and then she's a total bitch at other parts. It's very interesting.
I wonder what's in her purse.
What's that?
I said I wonder what's in her purse.
Oh, yeah, what is in her purse?
We'll find out.
Well, then Brenda's like, I don't want to rent a movie, guys. I want to talk. And then everyone's like, oh, this is getting a little boring.
I mean, for real, though. But that was the disclaimer she said when she invited everybody over, was that this wasn't a slumber party. We're going to talk to each other.
We're going to chat.
Which run screaming.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Which,
that sounds like The View.
No, thank you.
That is what that sounds like.
No, thank you. Hard pass. Okay. So then Amanda suggests that Kelly leave. Everyone goes off camera. Everyone leaves camera except Kelly and Amanda. And Amanda's like, let's go to this frat party.
Yes.
Come on.
And I don't like Amanda at all. Why doesn't she just go? She hates everything they do. She hates the food. She hates the dancing. But yet she wants to peel Kelly away. Kelly doesn't want to. Like, the issue's already been covered. Like, leave.
Yeah.
Does she have no way of getting out?
No, she has a car there. It makes no sense.
We didn't talk about her fashion, though, which is killer.
Yeah, no, she's great.
She came in with a hat.
She's so pretty. And again, she was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer with fellow 90210 star Luke Perry.
Oh, she's in the movie?
She's in the movie.
Oh, shit.
Do you remember the movie?
No, but what else is she in?
Have you seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
100 years ago.
She plays the dumb friend in that.
Yeah.
So she's like the dumb friend who steals Christy Swanson's Buffy's boyfriend.
Okay.
And Buffy ends up with Luke Perry.
That movie used to be on like television in like the 90s. It would just be on. You'd come across Buffy the Vampire Slayer all the time.
I love it. It is so underrated.
It's super underrated.
It's great. And it's so different from the show. No disrespect to the show. I like the show too, but this is like a totally different tone. It's a comedy.
This is a bit of a tangent, but what's what is the Jim Carrey vampire movie?
Oh.
Twice Bit or something like that?
Once Bitten.
That one.
Yes.
Super dumb, but way underrated 90s
totally
movie.
Underrated.
But yeah, anyway,
Agreed.
I forgot that was it.
Yeah, so she's in that.
She hates but she wants to spoil this party.
Yes. Oh, she hates it. And so Andrea's like, hey guys, I have an idea. I have a Ouija board.
Oh yeah.
There are so many parts to this slumber party.
It's so long.
It's a really long slumber party.
Okay, here's why. First of all, Andrea's a witch.
Okay, so this felt out of character for Andrea for me, but you didn't feel that way.
No, because I feel like she's the weirdo who would try to introduce Wicca to this group of people.
See, to me, she just seems so uptight and like intelligent and like, oh, I wouldn't. That's scary. I wouldn't do that. You know?
Like a skeptic. I see her being like a cynic.
Like a cynic and a skeptic.
Yeah, not believing in like a spirit. But
she comes out, she's like, if the energy's right, it'll work.
She knew all the words. She's like, we're here as friends gathered here and all that when she was like summoning the spirit.
Yes.
Yeah. She knows that's why like I believe there's more to her valley past.
Oh, there absolutely is. The valley gets crazy.
But there's magic down there. There's Wicca in there. And anyway, out of all the cast members, if you had to pick out of these 4, which one of them is a witch? It's Andrea.
Really?
Yeah, none of the other ones have the depth for it.
I guess that's true.
Or frankly, live near the other ones are spiritual.
And she like reads books.
They're
that's like,
she's done her research.
Yeah.
So not surprised at all. I'm just surprised that I think she's doing it to Like, not as a bonding agent.
Like to impress them?
To scare them.
Oh, to scare them. Because the music totally changes.
Yes.
It turns into like a horror movie.
But what explains for the lights out and all the...
Well, the lights go out and then the flashes start happening.
Yeah, what is that about?
It's all very random.
They never explain that.
No, they don't. It's like there is a spooky element to it.
They contact.
They do make contact, I think. And then it's thwarted by fucking David and Scott in the bushes right outside the window.
Yes.
Taking pictures with a flash.
With the real, well, here's the, listen, well, it's the same thing on phones.
Yeah.
There's some cameras you had to turn the flash off. It was always on. But some cameras, if you warmed them up, you had to wait for a camera to warm up, and then the flash worked.
Oh.
So it could have just been a timing issue on their part.
I guess. He needs to work on his timing.
Early stalking mistake.
Yeah, really bad.
Yeah.
Like amateur mistake.
Well, who does that? As safety measures, you always cover the flash with your finger.
Oh, absolutely.
Who among us has never been to a rock concert and tried to get a photo of the Smashing Pumpkins and not get thrown out of the Frank Erwin Center?
Classic story.
Is that
Especially
from all
in
of
the
us?
90s.
Yes.
No, but I'll point it at the ground and take it as a
Oh, as a tester.
As a test.
That's smart. Yeah, not me.
Not you.
No,
You're
I'll just
like,
I'll
let's go.
fucking
I'm just
ruin. I will ruin a comedy show.
I'm gonna David and
will.
Scott this right now.
But yeah, busted. Equally, they should have called the police. Brenda says, "Leave before I call the cops." Brenda, call the cops.
Yeah, Brenda, just call the cops.
That's a crime.
This guy he was in the dressing room at the mother-daughter fashion
Boom.
show. He's a fucking creep.
I think this is the second time he's been caught looking through a window.
Yeah,
if I'm mistaken.
he's a full peeping Tom.
Yeah, third time, 3 strikes.
Yeah, exactly. But they do summon Andrea's grandmother, and I think she's there. She feels that they're there right before.
So see, that's why
Yeah.
there's a link. I feel like Andrea is like, her grandma was a witch.
I'm sure she was.
Or witchy.
I'm sure. And her other grandma, who looks like she's 5 years older than Andrea,
Is a criminal.
is a criminal. Okay, so then Andrea picks a fight with Kelly. Oh, no, excuse me. Amanda picks a fight with Kelly and turns into a huge bitch because it's past midnight and the frat boys are going to be slobs.
Now they're sloppy and horny.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, well, I can't go now. It's like, bitch, this is your fault. You're the one who didn't leave.
I don't understand her plot point until the end.
Well, then she suggests they play a game, Skeletons in the Closet.
Ever heard of it?
I feel like I have.
I was like, Truth or Dare?
Yeah.
Was as close as we got to that.
I don't know. I feel like I'd heard of it.
So either way in Truth or Dare, I always thought everybody was lying. What about Skeletons in the Closet? Why are they bound to tell anything, let alone the truth?
Yeah, it's so dumb. It's like everyone has to, one person sits in the middle of everyone else.
Yes.
And we can ask whatever we want and the person has to answer as truthfully as possible. Like, why would anyone, and why do they continue playing as the game goes on? That's my biggest question.
But there's a word that Kelly uses to describe it. She says sometimes this game can get pretty...
Oh, I don't know.
It's like not crazy, but like
Intense?
intense maybe.
Yeah.
But even that alone, I'm like, if it's a game and those are the words you're using to describe it, maybe we don't want to play.
Exactly.
I was just shocked that they were bound to the, like, what moral gun is to their head to tell any of these truths that they're about to tell.
Well, they get in the Kelly goes first and she gets in the middle and Donna's like, what's your middle name? Brenda's like, what's your favorite color? And Amanda's like, these questions suck. Yeah. And then Andrea steps in and is like, what was your first sexual experience? And I'm like, we get it, Andrea. You're very horny. And sexually frustrated. Fuck.
But put a pin in that because she can't handle it.
That's exactly what I wrote down.
Yeah, can't handle it.
Okay, so before we get to that, we do have to unpack a kind of a tragedy because Kelly tells the story about her and Steve losing their virginity to each other.
Yes.
And it's funny. It's classic Steve.
Cute.
It's cute. It's whatever. Very classic, teenagers losing their virginity. And then Amanda steps in and is like, why don't you tell them about the real time, Kelly?
Which, first of all, why is Kelly playing this game in front of Amanda and lying when Amanda knows the truth?
Exactly.
And why set yourself up for that? Number one.
Exactly.
Number two, why is that not another opportunity to ask Amanda to leave?
Yeah.
Is
why is no one... Amanda has been a huge bitch since she got here.
Has no one ever heard of the "this is my house, get out"?
Yes.
Like, no. In fact, no. She'll just force me to confess
Exactly.
a crime and trauma.
Yes. So then Kelly shares the horrific trauma of a guy who she had a crush on, BNJ, or was it BNJ?
No, it's B.
P? Is it P?
BNJ.
BNJ.
Before nose job.
Amanda says BNJ before nose job. Like, outs her to share this horrific
She's
trauma.
doxing her left and right.
She is.
Yeah, she
And
really
then-
is. Yeah.
And then it's like, also, she didn't have a nose job.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
But here's the thing. And while the topic that they're discussing is very serious.
Very serious.
And I feel some irony and even phrasing it this way, they really blindside you with this.
Yes, they
Because
do.
it's la 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 la.
It's
We're dancing.
yeah.
We're picking out. There's this mean element because of
Yeah.
Amanda, but then all of a sudden, wham, we're walking through the woods.
Yeah, we're walking through the woods.
With Ross, what's his face?
With Ross Weber, I think.
It's
is
Ross
his name.
Weber. He has a strange name.
Yeah, and no one else knows him except Amanda.
Yep.
And Kelly had a big crush on him, and he took her to the woods and didn't even put a blanket down.
Nope. And
And
never talked to her again.
Never talked to her again.
Yep.
So yeah, that was her first time that Amanda insisted and Kelly's like crying.
Honestly, I forgot to say, Jenny Garth, Emmy submission.
I wrote that down.
It was like
I literally wrote down, this is Jenny Garth's Emmy submission.
they do this slow zoom,
It's-
her emotional buildup,
Very good acting.
and she really doesn't even cry till like the end and it's over.
It's great acting.
Honestly, yes. I promise it's worth looking. But the whole time when it was done, I was like, I'm gripped.
I
was
know.
totally
It was
surprised.
very, from this kind of cheesy show.
Yes.
They have these, that's what I'm saying is like the acting is good.
It's good. Well, because I noticed it because then Brenda tells her secrets and it was it was me acting.
Yeah.
It was TV acting, whereas like Jenny Garth was like emoting from a place of realness. It felt like Brenda's was like just TV acting. Brenda's very Lifetime to me.
Yeah, no, but
You know,
Brenda's a little Lifetime.
She's got that energy.
Okay, so then, yeah, I mean, at this point, I wrote, why is anyone playing this game? After that, I'd be like, get out of my house, go back to the set of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Well, and how can anybody trump that story? Like your secrets next to Kelly's is.
Well, then Andrea gets up, and Amanda rightly asks what we've all been wondering this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you go by Andrea? I mean, that's a good question, I would say.
I know an Andrea. I know an Andrea.
Andrea is next level.
I know that. Andrea. I know one of those.
Yeah.
I know an Andrea. I know at one. Is there another kind pronunciation?
I don't think so.
I know one of every.
Andrea.
Mm-hmm.
Andrea.
And each one of them gets furious if you don't get it right.
It's like, it's a spelling.
Andrea.
Andrea. Well,
Andrea.
she's like, you have to do it like that.
Every restaurant I make a reservation for, it's Andrea.
Andrea. Okay, so Andrea says it makes me unique and whatever.
It's fake, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
Basically,
fake accent.
Yeah, she's forcing people to pronounce it like this. Which
Use a fake accent.
And then Amanda's like, have you slept with a guy? And Andrea goes, that's really personal.
Mm-hmm.
Literally 3 minutes after asking Kelly
The legit same
the
question.
same question.
And she gets squirmy and she doesn't want to. This game isn't really for like she can give it, but she can't take it.
No, she cannot take it.
I wish this would be a time for her to summon her witchy powers.
Yes, why didn't she cast a spell right this
That's
second?
when the lights need to start flashing and the wind needs to fucking blow.
Call
is
in
when
David and Scott.
Yeah, when you don't want to answer these personal questions.
She admits that she has not slept with anyone. Donna lights up. Did you see that?
Well, because
we later find out it's because Donna's
she has a kink for virgins.
virgin.
I know Andrea can't admit it because her ghost grandmother is listening.
Oh, that's true. Her ghost grandmother's
And
still
she
in the
can't-
apartment. or
Yeah,
in the house.
she's been summoned, so
Yeah.
she can't admit any kind of horniness.
So true.
But they really do. Okay, how does Amanda know she wants Brandon so bad? They all clock Andrea for wanting Brandon.
Well, and this is where Kelly becomes a total mean girl.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly now is like siding with Amanda and is kind of like pressing and cornering Andrea and is like, everyone knows you like Brandon, and basically everyone's like, we know you like Brandon, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And because she starts to say another guy, and everyone's like, no, it's Brandon.
Schleicher,
Something.
the lifeguard.
The lifeguard.
A hot lifeguard.
I was like, that's not it. We know
Doesn't
it's
sound
Brandon.
made up. We all want a hot lifeguard.
Yeah, exactly.
Andrea, we all
Okay,
want a
George
hot
Glass,
lifeguard. But, and then Donna has no problem.
Yeah.
They asked Donna what her
They
problem
asked Donna
is.
no problems at
No
all.
skeletons in her closet.
None. She's like, guys, I'm just really boring. Sorry.
Which honestly, same.
Yeah, I mean, look, sometimes people don't have skeletons. And then Brenda gets up to the plate.
She can't wait.
And Brenda kissed her best friend's boyfriend.
Brenda's problem is that she is the problem. That's Brenda's fucking problem.
But I did note, Kelly says, Then Kelly makes a confession.
Oh, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Did
Then-
you remember it?
I forgot, to be
you'd
honest.
Oh, really?
No, I just watched this episode like 2 months ago.
Yes.
And then I forgot again, and I was re-traumatized. Because when Brenda gets up and says, I kissed my friends in Minneapolis' boyfriend.
Because, why did she do it?
Because I wanted to break them up.
Yes.
And then Kelly says, Brenda, when you started going out with Dylan, I tried to make a pass at him. I tried to get him to go on a date with me.
Now, first of all, isn't this just like 2 episodes ago?
Yeah.
They just started dating, right?
Yes, this was like yesterday.
So this is very fresh.
Very fresh. And also, we know it's not going to be the last of it.
Wow. I can't believe did they put it out there knowing that was going to happen later?
I don't know. I feel like in this, maybe not. I feel like in this, they maybe just like put it out there to like cause a bunch of drama and to get the stakes to be so high for how much turmoil Amanda has caused.
Yes.
So basically now everyone is fighting.
Yes.
Brenda did not take it lightly. And Kelly's like, I thought you'd be cool with it. It's like, he's currently her boyfriend.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You psychopath.
Yeah, it's totally nuts. Yeah.
That's insane.
All her defense is out. But I don't understand why why Brenda is always shocked that she is the source of the problem. Like, she's like, I can't, like, why does this happen to me when she's the one?
Yeah.
She threw this whole party.
Oh, that is true.
And now everyone's mad.
That is true.
Because she wanted everyone to spill their guts and tell their stupid secrets.
In Brenda's defense, she's the only one who has tried to say anything to Amanda about, like, shut the fuck up. She calls her a bitch at one point.
She just goes, you've been being she goes, you've been a bitch this whole party.
Yeah, exactly. But then she goes and plays some more.
That's the perfect time to ask someone to leave your house after you call them a bitch.
And then they just continue hanging.
So wait, you don't watch the Real Housewives franchise, right?
No.
It is essentially this episode.
Oh my God, I love it.
They have a dinner party and there's a bunch of drama where no one leaves and everyone's mean to each other.
Yeah.
And then they just sit there and stare at each all mad.
Oh my God.
But nobody ever leaves.
Because the drama. We need the drama.
Well, the cameras are rolling.
The cameras are rolling.
But
okay.
Everybody's mad and it's fucking Amanda's fault.
Yeah, it is Amanda's fault. And so everyone's like, oh, Blair's so cute. Everyone's like, Amanda decides to leave. She's like, this party sucks, whatever. She forgets her purse. She leaves.
And she and her silk shirt are out of there.
The silk shirt, no more.
It's so
not
good,
in the Walsh house.
It's like this color.
It's so good.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
it's beautiful.
Maybe a little more yellow.
They find her purse, they knock it over, and a million diet pills fall out.
Can we talk about, first of all, Donna's acting when she lifts the bag? It actually acts like there's an anvil in it, like the way she throws it on the ground. And yes, 10,000 pills fall out.
So many pills.
It's like not even how many prescription pills are in there.
Yeah, and of course, when Amanda comes back in to get her purse, Kelly's like, those are serious. My mom got hooked on those. Of course, Jackie has had a problem with these diet pills.
All Kelly has to do is eyeball it, and she knows exactly the prescription. Yeah.
Exactly. But also, Kelly has an issue with diet pills later in the series.
I mean, they have to. I wonder if they reuse the same pills.
I hope so.
Props.
I hope they kept the props and saved some money.
But anyway, they clock it immediately. My favorite thing is how many years worth of prescription pills are in that tiny little clutch.
Exactly. But also, when Amanda leaves, they're like, wait, Amanda, you haven't been in the circle. And she's like, I'm not telling you guys anything. She's the only normal person with a normal reaction. Like, why would I tell you guys all that?
Exactly. I am not bound to tell any of you people the truth. But my other thought in that process is she's like, well, she's obviously keeping a secret. Why doesn't she take her bag full of secrets with her on the way out? Like, that's the only thing she has room for in that bag is pills.
Exactly. Okay.
Is she wearing a hat?
I think she's wearing a hat when she comes in.
At the beginning?
At the beginning. Well, then, whatever. They have a heart-to-heart, and then Amanda's like, I'll eat some cookies, and like, all is well.
Oh, but let's talk about, she's on diet pills. Now she's suddenly off of them, and she's eating a whole box of cookies.
Oh, she's like, bring me the whole box. I'm like, so now she's starting the binge and
purge. That's the problem. Yeah, exactly. The solution was also the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
But they end on a as she eats herself into oblivion.
Exactly. Meanwhile, Steve's car has been stolen by these girls.
Yes.
He lets them drive the car, and Trina drives off.
I love the scam, though.
The scam's great.
The shitty driving and then just tearing off.
And then she's like, let's get in.
Yeah.
Oh,
let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was too slow of a getaway, though.
Yeah, it was a slow getaway. They could have easily.
And then she gets in that.
But I will say, when Steve cries and has a breakdown.
Oh, I love Sad Steve.
Me too.
I love him.
I loved it.
It's believable.
Yeah, I think so too.
Not like Jenny Garth believable. But only because I want him to understand the mistakes he's made.
Yeah, exactly.
That I'm happy to see him sad.
Exactly.
Brandon, I also don't understand why he doesn't leave. These are all dangerous situations he's been put into.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He could have been mowed down by those girls. He's sharing 4 people in 2 seats.
There's a lot of danger.
He's making out with
His sister.
What was grosser about all 4 of them making out together in the car? Did you ever do that?
Like make out with your friends?
Now,
I think so.
I've participated in group sex, but not like friends. Not like that.
Oh, see, my friend had bunk beds, and like she and her boyfriend were on the top bunk, and me and his friend were on the bottom bunk.
Wild.
He was so hot. We weren't hooking. We weren't like having sex. We were like making out and hooking up a little bit, just like a little finger bang.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't know if I definitely made out with people in public.
Yeah,
but not like as a team.
Interesting.
Am I phrasing that the right way?
One of my friends, we were driving and we were all in the car, and I think 2 sets of my friends, a lot of my friends had SUVs, and 2 sets of my friends were in the back hooking up in my friend's SUV.
Wow, while y'all were driving?
Well, we were all like in the car.
Wow. Teenagers are crazy.
We literally, for no reason, left a friend's house. We were hanging out at one night, boys and girls, got in the car, got naked, and just drove around naked, and like got out in the parking lot at my high school, St. Mary's Academy High School.
Word.
And just like ran around the parking lot naked and then got in and left.
Teenagers are crazy.
Literally seatbelts, naked.
Yes. Honestly, that sounds fun.
Why not?
Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about that.
Yeah.
I mean, as an adult, I can't condone it.
Yeah.
But at the time, that would have been really fun.
It was fun. So yeah, I think, and then
You would have fit in at West Beverly.
when we went to Vail lacrosse to hang out with all the lacrosse players.
These girls are a bad influence.
We were making out with the same guys. We were taking pictures of each other making out, like lots of.
Well, I've done some gay cruise work, and there was this like one Turkish dude who like everybody blew. I didn't, but everybody did. And then while they're telling me this, they're like, it was someone's turn where they had him last night, right? And they're sharing this all at the table. The guy walked by and has this big fucking dick sucking grin on his face. Like, see, I have to bleep all that, but it was one of those.
Love a dick sucking
I am
grin.
actually not that far away from this universe. I apologize if that
No,
sounded
it's
judgy.
okay.
Yeah.
Look,
that happened this year. I'm 42.
I love it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay. So after the side-by-side car makeout in the Corvette,
all that.
we're at the police station.
Yes.
Brandon is about to call Jim because Steve doesn't want to call his own dad.
Because the car's gone.
Car's gone. And luckily, the cops just picked up 2 females that match the description, and the car matches the description. They come in. Steve bails Trina out. $150. He like negotiates a blowjob, it sounds like.
Yes, he is totally negotiating like bail for sex.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's pay for play.
It is pay for play. And she's like, cool, yeah. And then they get out and she's like, here you go. Can't wait to see you. And it's an appointment to get his nails done at her salon.
So I'm like, good for her for not getting manipulated into
Yes.
performing a sex act just for getting paid to get out of jail, but she's a criminal for stealing the car in the first
Yes,
place.
exactly.
But Steve is still trying to get his nut, which is ultimate creep,
It is
right?
ultimate creep.
So good for her for scamming him again.
I agree.
Right?
I agree. I totally agree. And then my favorite part is Brandon comes home and is like, man, most guys would kill to be in this room.
Disgusting.
It's like, your sister's in this room. Do you understand that you're talking about your sister? Your sister Brenda is in
and
this room.
Andrea.
And Andrea.
So at least Kelly and Donna, who we've established is not a Julia Roberts. So who is he talking about?
Who is he talking about? He's talking about Brenda.
And the level, the volume level that they're discussing. Why does she even invite him in?
I don't know. She like gets up. She's like, Brandon.
She invites him in.
She does.
But does he say that first? Man, most guys would kill to be in this room.
I don't know, but I was just like, yeah, that's weird to say to your sister.
All of it's gross.
Yeah,
he should have just gone upstairs.
Especially after just making out with someone who looks like your sister.
Well, I mean, I have a lot to say about their incestuous relationship, to the fact that they're like, she's sleeping and he still has to like come in and like tuck her in,
Yeah.
or I don't know. And they get all whispery when they talk.
do.
She's
They're-
like,
And they have that connection.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna tell you either. Like, we have our secrets.
Yeah.
They have their skeletons in the closet.
Yeah, they have a lot of skeletons. Good thing Brandon and Brenda didn't have to go in the center.
Skeletons in their shared bathroom. Yeah, so I really loved this episode.
I did too. What did you rate it?
I give it 5 mega burgers.
Me too. 5 mega burgers.
It had everything I wanted. Lots of Donna.
The
dancing scene was hilarious.
Donna and drama.
What was the best about the skeleton in the closet game is that everybody had their scene, right? Every time it was Donna, everybody a close up, and they got to be dramatic, and so I thought everyone was showcased.
I do too, and I just love that Donna's like, there aren't any problems in my family. It's like, well, just wait till the fucking...
Listen, season 3 rolls around.
Yep.
Also, 0 Luke Perry. Where was Luke?
Oh, he was just
He was filming a movie.
He was filming Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
He was already famous. He was already fucking famous,
man.
which is, I wonder where that girl came from.
I wonder if it was from...
You know what I mean? All that time.
Well, because you know what's interesting is his wife had curly hair and kind of... His wife in real life.
Suspicious.
And his wife later in the show.
Yes, Carrie Russell. Is that her name?
Rebecca Gayheart. They look alike though. They have the same big curly hair. I do the same thing.
Is that really it?
It's Rebecca Gayheart.
It is Rebecca Gayheart.
Rebecca Gayheart.
Oh my God.
Antonia, the mob bosses.
Yes, daughter. Okay, so wait, what do you give this one?
5 mega burgers.
It was a good one.
It was so good. It was juicy. There was lots of good fashion. Andrea's nighty.
There was a ghost.
There was a Ouija board.
Yes, there was a ghost appearance.
There was. It had everything you want except Dylan, but that's okay.
And also no James Eckhouse. Just at the beginning, just little.
And no Nat, but that's okay.
I'm okay.
You don't like Nat.
Not yet.
I like Nat because I'm pretty sure he's Italian in real life.
I'll get there later.
Yeah.
You'll
come around.
But great. Oh, also, sorry. Extra burgers for Carol Potter dancing.
Oh, Carol Potter dancing bumps it up to 10.
Hopefully there's more of that in our future.
I hope so. Well, you guys, what did you think of this episode? Let us know in the comments. Rate, review on Apple Pod, Spotify. We really appreciate it. Thank you for all your comments. You guys DM me a lot and are telling us how much you enjoy it, and I really appreciate it. So thank you, and we'll see you next time on Glitter and Garbage Into the Spellingverse. Bye.
Sleep tight.